General Thomas Stonewall Jackson interview. What are some important events in your life? How old are you? Where were you born? How was your education? What was your profession? Why are you important to history? I was born January 21st, 1824 in Clarksburg, Virginia, and I'm 38 years old right now. When I was very young, I lived with my mom, my dad, and 2 other siblings. We were all homeschooled by our mom.
This should last about 3 seconds. Okay.
Later, I ended up working for my uncle in his mill, and I learned most of my knowledge there. I eventually went to teach at that mill, and that inspired me to go on to military academy. When I first started at West Point Military Academy, I was pretty bad. I found it extremely hard to understand the lessons they were giving us. Even though it took me a while to get the lessons, I eventually understood everything, and I saw myself as the hardest worker in my class. I moved up in my class, and I graduated 17th out of 59 students. After graduating from West Point, I served as a second lieutenant for the United States Army. While serving in the United States military, I served in the Mexican-American War. I was eventually promoted to the rank of Major for the United States Army. After the Mexican-American War, I went to teach at the Lexington Military Institute. After all this happened, in 1861, the Civil War broke out, and I had to stay loyal to the South and fight for them. I was put in charge of the Stonewall Brigade, and I was eventually promoted to the rank of Lieutenant General. My people admire me for my determination. How do you feel about slavery in the Civil War? Why is this important? So I thought slaves as equals to us. I once taught one how to read and write, but I think that the Civil War is mandatory. It was a war over the right to own slaves, and if we lost, the South's economy would most likely fail. The war would determine whether the North and the South would stay one country, and if the South would be allowed to have slaves. What has been your experience with the Civil War?
As I have said before, I was a general for the Confederacy. I led very many battles. One of my most famous battles was the Battle of Bull's Run on July 21st, 1861. I remember that day. Barnard Elliott B's troops were being depleted, so I had to come in to save the day. This is where my nickname Stonewall came from. B said, "There is Jackson standing like a stone wall. Let us determine to die here, and we will conquer. Rally behind the Virginians." And so I was called Stonewall Jackson. After that, I was in many more battles, and I was always able to keep my troops motivated and win many battles. What do you miss about life in the Civil War? So yeah, I won a lot of battles. I was very successful, and I was able to rise to the rank of Lieutenant General. I do miss a lot of being a successful general. I miss the admiration of my troops, the ability to lead my men into battles that seemed like they couldn't be won, and we did. During the war, I always felt like I knew exactly what to do and how to win. I also loved to be able to save other generals in trouble. What do you foresee in your future, and the nation's future, after the Civil War? How will the Civil War change you and your country? I think that I will live a great life with my family after the Civil War. I believe that the Confederacy will win the war and everybody will have a great life. I believe that the South's economy will greatly boost much farther ahead of the North's. After the war, the North and the South will be 2 different countries, but we will live in peace. I believe that this war will make me a better man, a stronger and more determined man.